Forgot my face shields inside the damn house. So today I figured I would teach you guys how to fill up on gas and shifting gears. But before I go fill up on gas, I guess I should show you guys how to check how much gas you have. So for bikes that don't have a gas gauge, you could either shake it and listen, but you know that only does so much. You could also look inside and see how much gas you have, but that only does so much. What I did is I would ride around until I started to run out of gas, and I would note how many miles are on the trip. City miles, I get about to 150 before I have to fill up again. But if I'm on the freeway, I get, you know, upwards of 200 miles, and then I have to refill. So I'll warm up the bike, and I'll see you guys at the gas station. Alright, so here we are at the gas station, and the first part is just like filling up a car. Pull out your wallet and you find the card, and then you try to get it out with your big ass gloves. Enter your zip that you don't live in. So what you do is you put the key inside the little hole, twist it and pop it up. And that's the first part. Take out the nozzle, select your grade. I go with 87. And then what you're going to want to do is you're going to take this part and push it up so that you can still see inside, and you're just gonna start filling it. You can see the gas coming out. You try not to get any gas on the paint because that ruins it. And so you just watch it as it comes up, and then you'll notice that once it gets up towards the top, there's a little sleeve, and you're gonna want to fill it to the bottom of the sleeve, right about there. You can top it off, and that's basically it. And if you get anything on your tank, just wipe it off real quick. And then I always cover the bottom to make sure it doesn't drip, and that's it. Close it up, reset this if you do that, which is probably smart if you use my technique for when to fill up, and that's it. Another thing I was thinking about teaching you guys is what to do at a stoplight. I don't know what these guys are doing. So basically you want to stay very aware at a stoplight. You want to keep your bike in first gear, because you know if you're coming up and someone isn't going to stop behind you, then you know you're going to want to be able to get out of there as soon as possible. Always, you know, check your mirrors at a stop, but also keep checking for the green light, because some people are very impatient. I guess we'll move on to the shifting section. Try not to get murdered. Try not to get stuck behind slow cars. We're on 15 right now. Come on, buddy. You can do it. Second gear. Move along. So shifting gears is quite easy too. I'm going to tell you the steps first, and then we'll try it. What you want to do is you just took off. You're in first gear, and the clutch is all the way out, and you want to change it to second. So what you do is you're going to pull in the clutch, shut off the throttle, and then down here you're going to want to kick this up into second, because remember, it goes, if this is neutral, it goes first, and then it'll come back up, second, third, fourth, fifth, sixth, or, you know, if it doesn't have 6th gear, it'll only go up to 5. I'm going to pull in the clutch, put it into first gear. I'm going to start off. Clutch is all the way out. I have my hand on the gas, and what I'm going to do is I'm going to pull in the, I'm going to speed up, pull in the clutch, and then bring this up to the second, let out the clutch as I bring in the gas again. It's going to be just like, you know, the first gear launches. You're going to want to mix the clutch with the gas to make it more smooth. That's basically it. It's just speed up, clutch in, throttle off, shift up, clutch out, and gas. Same as downshifting. Say you want to downshift, and you're already in second, you want to get into first. It's clutch in, throttle off, down into first, a little bit of throttle, and the clutch out, and then you're back into first. But with more practice, it'll become more smooth for you. But, you know, as I said before, motorcycle riding is all about practice. And I'm sure you, being the excited person that you will be when you have your motorcycle, all you'll do is just practice. So it'll just come with time. Then once you start getting a little bit more experienced, what you're going to want to, you know, what you hear is about clutchless shifting, which is, you know, is exactly what it sounds like, is shifting your bike without using the clutch. I've heard both that it's bad for the bike and it, you know, it doesn't harm the bike. Me personally, I don't really use it. And also some other bikes, they come with transmissions that have a quick shift, which that's what they're referring to. So for that, you're going to do exactly the same thing, except instead of bringing in the clutch, you're going to want to just shift. So the steps for this: you're going to take off, you're going to put pressure on the gear select as if you were going to shift up, and instead of pulling in the clutch and letting off the throttle, as you have pressure on the gear select, you're going to want to let off the throttle, and your bike should shift into the next gear. It's not as smooth as using the clutch, but it'll get you in another gear. And then first, no clutch. I'm going to put pressure on the gear select, throttle off, and I'm in second. Put pressure on the gear select, throttle off, and I'm in third. And that's it. And then for downshifting, it's going to be the same thing. With the throttle off, you're going to want to put pressure on the gear select to downshift, and you're going to let off the throttle. So right now I'm in first, second, and so I want to go down into first. No clutch, pressure on the gear select, let off the throttle, and push down. And you'll go down into first, or you should. If it doesn't work, don't force it, because you're probably just messing up the teeth in your transmission, you know, with all the gears and stuff, and that's bad. So let's see what else. Go through the motions one more time. But properly change the gears, not doing it clutchless. So you're gonna let the throttle out. You're in first. You're gonna shut the throttle off and disengage the clutch. Shift into the next gear. Let out the clutch and mix it with some throttle, and you're off into the next gear. Again, it's, you know, it's a pretty easy thing, just takes practice. But if you're a new rider, I highly recommend that you take the MSF course. It's very, very beneficial to your safety, which is why it's called the Motorcycle Safety Foundation, or in other words, MSF. But yeah, I think that's it for today. I will see you guys on Tuesday. Thanks for watching.